Best greetings of the time. I, Ms. Anam Khan, Assistant Professor of Department of Information Technology, extends my warm welcome on behalf of Sabro Singh Charitable Trust, Thakur Shyam Narayan Devi College, to all the dignitaries of this event, to all the faculties, the students, and the audiences, of course. Before I begin with the proceedings of National Conference titled as How Internet of Things Has Changed the World, a thought came into my mind and he allowed me to share with all of you. Well, someone has rightly said research is to see what everybody else has seen, but it is to think what nobody has thought yet. With this thought, I would like to begin the proceedings of the National Conference. Be with us. Thank you. To begin with the proceedings of National Conference, now I would like to call Ms. Shruti Desai, student of second year BSc IT, Thakur Shyam Narayan Degree College, to present her work entitled as Smart Wheelchair.
Hello everyone, my name is Shruti Desai and I am a student of Thakur Shyam Narayan Degree College. And first of all, I thank you everyone for giving me a chance to present my research paper on smart wheelchairs. So today, people are enduring from disabilities due to casualties, genetic sicknesses. There are cases where people experience hardship in stepping. That's when the operation of wheelchair becomes compulsory. There are custom builds and electrical wheelchairs, but they are functional for a determinate boundary. There are people who cannot apply these wheelchairs independently. Self-supported mobility is robust, but some wheelchairs addicts determines working existence handmade or powered wheelchairs problematic or unrealizable. Challenges to secure self-supported wheelchairs operation may act from vari-colored, overly material, perceptual or congen- cognitive symptoms of opinions like medulla spinal damage, stroke, lateral sclerosis, etc. Paralysis. Persons with distinguishable symptoms compound can adore varying classes of boost from a wheelchair and diverse wheelchair shape factors. So I have prepared a presentation for it. Let me just share it. So first of all, what is a wheelchair? Smart wheelchair. The purpose of smart wheelchair is to demonstrate remote muscular activities as high degree commands and administer them. Corresponding wheelchairs naturally place manners from AI like path planning. The aim of this arrangement is to assist physically disputed people. It will generally genuinely useful for those that cannot ready to walk. Now what is the literature of the smart wheelchairs? So when electrical wheelchairs give a huge number of benefits for the adults, the purchase purpose can over and over be complex and intimidating. The fashionably electrical wheelchairs are enormously universal and hand over subjoins set support for people with limited steering, permitting them to dodge additionally running and completing bios. So now and then mentioned as motorized wheelchairs or power speakers, these bikes offer several upper hands over mobility scooters, including a tighter turning perimeter, minor wheelbase, and better head and neck support. Now, how is the smart wheelchair made? There are sensors, localization module, navigation module, control module, and motor drivers, and these are all connected as a user interface. Now the architectures of the smart wheelchairs. So the smart wheelchairs has voice recognition, power source, joysticks, sonar sensors, light sensors, radio frequency module. These all make the wheelchair easy and affordable and very mobility. The mobility of these wheelchairs is very firm. Now, what are the proposed solution for this smart wheelchairs? Can use a visual joysticks like people with a disability. can only interact with their hands. Some people with disability can only interact with their hands, so they can use a proposed visual joystick which will help them to communicate with people, and they will independently u- use the smart wheelchairs. Now, what are the benefits of the smart wheelchairs? Now, it is suitable for all, like people with disabilities. uh, there are many kind of disabilities where people use wheelchairs, and then the patients will be very easy can easily operate the wheelchairs, smart wheelchairs, and it will be very easy for them. It will make their life easy. And second is we make additional places accessible. Third is smooth transport, and fourth is a safe option. It is a safe option according to using a stand or anything. A smart wheelchair is very safe option, and it increases confidence of the patient or the user. Now, the conclusion to this paper is this paper presents distinct smart technologies for wheelchairs. It focuses on two main plots: the natural engine, navigation methodologies, and bias. Also, it reviews other smart networks like motoring and security system. From the review of multiple published paper, it is concluded that investigators are continuously trying to construct important and useful features to facilitate. This paper presents different smart technologies for wheelchairs. Now, what is the future scope of this wheelchair? Smart wheelchairs will provide a rich motive for technological exploration for multiple times to come. Smart wheelchairs are excellent test beds for detector examination. Besides, smart wheelchairs will remain to serve as test beds for robot control infrastructures. I thank you for giving your precious time to me, and that was my paper. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you for such an amazing and elaborated presentation. The way you are expressing the ideas and the concepts behind it is very nice. I really appreciate, I sincerely appreciate all your efforts that you have put in for the presentation. Thank you again. Now, I would like to call Mr. Rishi Ghaswala, student of second year BSc IT, Thakursham Narayan Degree College, to present his work entitled as Smart Money Transfer System. Really an interesting topic.
Greetings to the viewers. My name is Rishi Ghaswala. I am from SYBSCIT and my roll number is 5. And my topic for the international conference is Smart Money Transfer System. These are the topics which I am going to cover in this video. So what is money transfer? Money transfer refers to one of the following, which is cashless and payment systems like money order, transfer by post or checks, etc. These are the authors and paper titles which are referred and applied in the research paper. Here are some advantages and disadvantages of money transfer system. I'd like to highlight the history about the money transfer system. Back in the days where wireless transactions weren't available, there were checks and moneygrams which were very mind freezing in the 90s. This diagram shows how money is transferred to other countries. I'll explain the diagram. The person provides the funds and the information required for the transfer of money to the bank, that is bank account number, signature, passbook and money transfer form. Then the bank takes the initiative of transaction after scanning the documents or form provided. After that, the bank transfers the fund to the corresponding bank account. Then, the bank converts the funds into foreign currency. After the change in the foreign currency of the corresponding country, the bank transfers the money to the receiver. Now, in this evolving world where technology is changing drastically, there is a way of skipping the checks and moneygrams. Now, the transfer of money is done by using GPay, Paytm, etc., which are electronic payment method. So, due to this, there is an easy transfer of money within a few seconds and we don't have to wait for a long time. The wireless transactions has made a huge impact on the world. and thanks to our technology which has made it possible. This diagram shows the cash flow in the future and the current situation. Now let us go with the future talks, which is very interesting and knowledgeable. The future talks are that in this technological world, many changes would occur, such as the use of voice recognition, fingerprint scanners, etc., which will be provided to the phone itself and made it more secure. The theft part will also be on the watch as the government is concerned about the fraud occurring in many countries. The companies are paying special attention to it. Now, the very popular topic in India, that is cryptocurrency. What is a cryptocurrency? A cryptocurrency is a digital or virtual currency that is secured by cryptograph, which makes it nearly impossible to counterfeit or double spend. Many cryptocurrencies are decentralized network based on blockchain technology, which is distributed ledger enforced by a disparate network of computer. These are some references. I would like to end my topic here. Thank you.
Well, thank you for such an amazing and elaborated presentation. The way you are expressing the ideas and the concepts behind it is very nice. I really appreciate, I sincerely appreciate all your efforts that you have put in for the presentation. Thank you again. Well, again, coming up with an interesting topic, the paper entitled as Smart Farming for Smart Future Using Internet of Things. To present this paper, I would like to call Mr. Devansh Tank, student of third year BSc IT, Thakur Sham Narayan Degree College.
Hello everyone, I am Devansh Tang from third year BSc Information Technology and my topic for the conference is Smart Farming for Smart Future using IoT. In this PPT, we will talk about introduction to smart farming using IoT, literature review, problem statement, application of IoT in smart farming, conclusion, and the references. So what is smart farming using IoT? Smart farming is a farming idea used using advanced technology. The purpose of smart farming is to cope with the problems of population growth, weather change, and labor, which have attracted a lot of attention in technology, planting and irrigation of crops to health and harvest. In smart agriculture based on IoT, a system is built to monitor the crop field using sensors like soil, moisture, temperature, humidity, light, and etc., and automate the entire system. IoT in agricultural context refers to the use of sensors, cameras, and different gadgets to turn every detail and movement involved in farming into data and use the data efficiently to get the desired outcome. Fundamental goal of IoT is to create a network by combining different sensors such as global positioning system, radio frequency identification system, laser scanner, and networks. IoT includes millions of network embedded system devices, also called as smart objects, which accumulate information about themselves, the environments, and associated smart devices and interconnect this information to other devices and systems through all internet connections. This is the literature review. From the paper Development of IoT for Smart Agriculture Review, different technologies like sensors, RFID, radio transmission, intelligent irrigation, technical quality safety and precision seed and spraying techniques are explained. From smart farming towards agriculture 5.0, a review on crop data management, the idea of data-driven agriculture and management is given. In IoT in agriculture, smart farming, monitoring climate condition, soil and plant, water irrigation and waste reduction, livestock monitoring and smart greenhouses is explained. IoT for agriculture, the idea used is sensor layer, network layer, which is communication layer, middleware layer, and application layer. And lastly, a research paper on smart agriculture using IoT uses the idea of implementation of IoT, soil moisture, and water level sensor in the field of smart agriculture. Problem statement. The world is rapidly moving towards in the path of technological advancement. The use of technology in any field can make the whole process more efficient and can increase the quality output many times. As the population is increasing, more food will be required in the future. By only following the old farming practices, we will not be able to feed the entire population. By doing smart farming, it is possible to meet the required demand and supply. Smart farming has numerous benefits like increasing produce, increasing quality, making transport seamless, etc. Application of IoT in smart farming. IoT can be applied in farming and make it smart farming. It can be done in two parts, both equally important. One part contains software, another part contains the hardware. The software uses the information provided by the crop and turns it into profitable decision if they are managed effectively. Current advancement in data management are boosting smart agriculture exponentially as data has become the essential element in modern agriculture to help producers make critical decisions. The software and hardware work hand in hand to make farming smart farming, as shown in the figure. Hardware is used to collect data and software is used to process that data efficiently and provide the optimal solution. Data-driven agriculture can be done by following steps. First is collecting information using IoT. The use of sensors and other devices are done to collect the information. Next is using big data to analyze the huge data collected. The ever-increasing amount of data available for the field management makes it necessary to implement some sort of automated process to extract optimal information from bulk data. And last is using robots and AI, artificial intelligence, to perform the task. Robots perform excellent repetitive tasks more efficiently and quickly. Robots combined with AI can perform the required task at a faster pace and efficiently after collecting the information using IoT and analyzing the huge data collected using big data. Moving on to the hardware, we have the soil moisture sensor. A soil moisture sensor is a device that is used to measure the level of moisture in the soil at any given time. Sensors are integrated into the irrigation system which help in reducing or increasing the irrigation of the for the optimal growth of plants. Light intensity sensor. Each plant requires sufficient sunlight and each plant group reacts differently and has different physiology to deal with the light intensity. So to solve this problem, intensity sensors are used. Temperature sensors. Every plant has a unique optimal temperature that suits it best. Temperature sensors are used to keep the plants in the optimal temperature by controlling the temperature. Next, we have soil potential hydrogen sensor. The soil pH sensor plays a crucial role in crop productivity. Soil pH affects the soil's physical, chemical, and biological properties and processes, and thus affecting the whole crop productivity. These sensors detect the pH of soil, and actions can be taken accordingly to the output if there is any problem. And lastly, we have the RFID, which is Radio Frequency Identification System. It is significantly utilized in animal monitoring and identification. It facilitates smart tracking, recognizing traceability of animals and their management. Farmers and agriculturists gather data about the location, health, situations of the livestock, and the feeding schedule. Conclusion. IoT technology improves the existing way of farmers by integrating all devices digitally in vast directions. Internet technologies, social networks, secure integrated database, and availability of information on demand will facilitate the smart farming and wild food production. Innovative IoT application will solve these problems and help increase the quality, quantity, sustainability, and profitability of agricultural production. IoT can be used to allow farmers to access soil condition, moisture levels, level of pest control, etc. Instead of working hard in the field in hot weather, farmers would be able to manipulate on computers such as cell phones or some smart tools to understand irrigation, cultivation, plantation, harvesting, so it can easily finish the heavy farm work. And these were the references which I took for making my paper. Thank you.
Well, thank you for such an amazing and elaborated presentation. The way you are expressing the ideas and the concepts behind it is very nice. I really appreciate, I sincerely appreciate all your efforts that you have put in for the presentation. Thank you again. The next paper title is Wireless Sensor Networks, a review. And to present the paper, I would like to call Mr. Anurag Katke, student of third year BSc IT, Thakur Shyam Narayan Degree College.
Good afternoon, everyone. I, Anurag Katke, a TY BSc student of Thakur Shamnaran Degree College, am here to present my review paper titled Wireless Sensor Networks, which is being co-authored by Assistant Professor Ms. Aishwarya Sedamkar ma'am. Following are the topics that would be discussed. Wireless sensor networks. Wireless sensor networks are dispersed or dedicated sensors that monitor and record the physical conditions of the environment and forward the collected data to a central location. Wireless sensor networks can also measure environmental conditions such as temperature, sound, pollution levels, wind, and humidity. ZigBee, a newfound technology. ZigBee is a standard-based wireless technology developed to enable low-cost, low-power wireless machine-to-machine and Internet of Things networks. Fusion of ZigBee and RFID. RFID is a non-contact automatic identification technology that uses radio frequency signals which automatically recognizes target and access to relevant data. ZigBee. ZigBee is the standard which operates on the IEEE 802.15. The protocol allows devices to communicate between network topologies. Based on the ZigBee technology and the RFID technology of Fusion, the former is used to monitor the environment conditions and the latter is used to identify target objects. Wireless sensor nodes. These are basically consisting of three types: sensor, sensor node, and sensor network. A sensor is a transducer which converts physical phenomenon, that is, heat, light, motion, and vibration and sound into electrical signals. Sensor node. Sensor node is a basic unit in sensor network which contains onboard sensors, processor, memory, transceiver, and power supply. Sensor network. Sensor network consists of a large number of sensor nodes. Nodes deployed either inside or very close to the sensor phenomena. Distributed sensor network. Distributed sensor network is where each node by itself is a tiny computer that may gather input data from its sensors and is capable of communicating with other nodes by radio waves. In a large distributed system, no node can have a global view of the entire system at any time. The purpose. Wireless sensor networks' main purpose is data collection, transmission, and processing. Literature survey. The literature survey, I've taken the survey from three papers. First, literature survey on wireless sensor networks, which has been authored by Somya M and Srinivas K in June 2014, and the idea used is design factors. Literature survey on wireless sensor networks is the second one, which is written by Paulus Papageorgiou in July 2003, and the idea used is research issues. And the last, security issues and attacks in wireless sensor networks, which is being written by Ashima Singla and Ratika Sachdeva in April 2013, and the idea used is security issues. WSN structure. The history. So basically, the research or of distributed sensor networks started early in the 80s. DSN can embody many specific varieties of sensors, collectively with seismic, low sampling charge, magnetic, visual, thermal, infrared, and acoustic, which is probably able to screen an intensive form of ambient situation. Role of sensor node. Sensor nodes can be used for non-prevent sensing, event detection, location identification, and close-by control of actuators. Preliminary paintings. DSN systems had been studied in the preliminary paintings of Wesson et al., the Anarchic Committee, and the Dynamic Hierarchical Code. WSN architecture. Multi-chip infrastructure. Each distributed node has the skill to accumulate statistics and route statistics to decrease again to the sink and surrender customers. Further, records are routed again to the surrender patron via multi-chip infrastructure, much less structure through the sink. Importance of protocol stack. The protocol stack combines energy and routing attention, which integrates statistics with networking protocols and communicates energy efficiently through the Wi-Fi medium. The role of transport layer is holding of records. Community layer helps in routing the data. Distribution of sensor nodes. Further, the energy, mobility, and project control planes the energy, motion, and undertaking distribution of most of the sensor nodes. Those planes help the sensor nodes to coordinate the sensing task and decrease the general energy consumption. ZigBee. ZigBee is the new Wi-Fi verbal exchange technology with short distance, low power intake, gradual records, charge and low cost. It is far primarily based totally on the 802.15.4 standard with the capability of coordinating mutual verbal exchange amongst lots of tiny sensors. Zigbee technology has the lowest power intake and cost. The transmission is done through radio waves. The features of Zigbee. Zigbee makes use of several power-saving modes to assure that it may be used for at least 6 months to 2 years, powered via ways of means of AA. Avoidance collision mechanism. Zigbee makes use of the avoidance collision mechanism in bandwidth communications carrier to be able to keep away from opposition and warfare while sending facts. Self-organizing. Zigbee has self-organizing functions that one node can feel different ones with non-human intervention in community. Self-healing. It additionally obtains a self-healing feature that the network can restore itself while a node is delivered or deleted. The location of node is changed or a breakdown occurred. The complete gadget can work typically with non-human intervention. The Zigbee network structure. Zigbee helps multiple network structures which specifically consist of star, tree, and mesh network. Use of RFD. RFD is only used to collect facts and transmit the records to its determined node. It isn't always used to complete the work together with data transmission, route discovery, and route maintenance. Duty of RFD. RFD is usually used to collect facts, records, and transmit the records to its determined node. It isn't always used to complete the work together with data transmission, route discovery, and route maintenance. The ZigBee protocol suite. ZigBee standard makes use of hierarchical structured. ZigBee does now no longer precisely suit the OSS 7 layer networking model. Fusion of RFID and ZigBee. RFID is a non-touch computerized identification technology that makes use of radio frequency signals, automated understand objectives, and get entry to applicable data. Features: no center and self-organize, it is a powerful complement of RFID and can solve the drawback of poor interference. The effective transmission is cut short. ZigBee and RFID technology. Based on the ZigBee and RFID technology, fu- the information of fusion technology, the former is used to monitor the target environment conditions and the latter is used to identify target objects. Complementary and interdependent. Complementary and interdependent of the technology can effectively solve the problem of RFID data transmit in the mine and can also better perceive the safety hazards that exist in coal mine. Personal position system. The aggregate of RFID technology and GIS, that is the geographical information system, can clear up primarily based totally on ZigBee technology, the personal positioning inaccuracy of the problem. Personal positioning. Under the ZigBee technology, to realize for the personal positioning mode, the personnel has to wear the positioning of a ZigBee module, which regularly sends the existing information. The sensor node, which is distributed in mine roadway, will receive this signal according to the signal strength to determine its location. Use of RFID. Using RFID technology, anti-pollution features of the electronic tag, the reader transmission, and the diffraction function minimizes the environmental impact of geography. RFID tag will bring help to rescue use of handheld devices that have targeted the location of facilities, staff side edge detection rescue, and relief the personnel safety of staff problem. The double protection of personnel. Implantation of clothes in the wireless data receiver can be realized well into the double protection of personnel. Dual signals. Apart from the ground control center receiving a warning message, it sends over an addition to the autonomy of the receiving sensor node detection data. Failure of data link control center. Failure of data link control center is when the data transmission is not stable or failure of data link control center to send the correct data cannot be reached. This still can be achieved very well into the safety of the personnel on the alert. Applications. Industrial. Specifically in process monitoring and control process data such as pressure, humidity, temperature, flow level, viscosity, density and vibration intensity measurements. In military surveillance, it is used in enemy tracking, battlefield surveillance, target detection, also nuclear, biological, and chemical attack detection. Environmental. It is used to prevent forest fire, natural disaster prevention. Apart from this, monitoring the movement of birds, small animals, and tracking environmental conditions that have an effect on plants and farm animals. Home automation. Appliances like vacuum cleaners, microwave ovens, and refrigerator can be used by putting a clever sensor node and actuators in them. Meter reading system. Zigbee wireless communication technology is applied in meter reading system in the monitoring sensor just needs to analyze and calculate the data and acquired from users and obtain electricity consumption of user. Conclusion. To triumph over the drawbacks of the anarchic committee and the dynamical hierarchical cone, we studied the flat tree in which nodes of community are prepared, and we come to know that many hold binary trees and root trees might be truly related. Zigbee has its particular trait that is consisting of low cost, low data rate, and low electricity intake, which corresponds to a large market. The fusion of two emerging technologies that can give fully advantages of both technologies and they complement each other and also gives an application in the area of constructing automation. These are the references. Thank you.
Well, thank you for such an amazing and elaborated presentation. The way you are expressing the ideas and the concepts behind it is very nice. I really appreciate, I sincerely appreciate all your efforts that you have put in for the presentation. Thank you again. When we talk about Internet of Things, cloud computing is not something to be left behind. Now, I would like to call Mr. Aryan Yadav, student of second year BSc IT Thakur Shyam Narayan Degree College, to present his work entitled as Cloud Computing.
Hello everyone, my name is Aryan Yadav and today I'm going to do a presentation of my research paper on cloud computing. In the IT industry, we are now living in the cloud computing era. The most powerful computational architecture is cloud computing, which is based on the internet. It is made up of mix of network, integrated hardware, software, and internet infrastructures. It comes with a number of features for grid computing and other types of computing. The term cloud in cloud computing refers to a collection of networks similar to how real cloud works are made up of water molecules. The user has unrestricted access to cloud computing modalities at any time and anywhere. Users typically prefer a middleman provider for internet services in cloud computing rather than setting up their own physical infrastructure. Users must only pay for the services they have used in cloud computing. The workload can be transferred to lessen the workload. The rise of cloud computing is changing the way businesses buy and manage computing resources, resulting in a fundamentally changed IT model is in which a cloud provider may be in charge of variety of IT tasks. The level of trust between the client business and the cloud provider is a key predictor of cloud deployment success. This is the overall cloud structure. As you can see, we can use a cloud from anywhere and from any phones and laptops and any devices you can use which has an internet connection. This is a table of some of the research papers I've used for reference in my research paper. The first one is Success Factors for Deploying Cloud Computing. Its author is Garrison G. Kim S. Wakefield. It's based on the concept of study of cloud in the industries. It's the managerial and technical capabilities interact with internal and external IT assets to create competitive advantage in the working sector. A global study of government is the second research paper I've referenced, and its author is Harold J. and Cochrane. It's based on the concept of adoption of cloud in the industries and government. Government agencies should streamline IT footprint while reducing ongoing costs and achieving greater scalability and responsiveness. A critical review of cloud computing is the third research paper I have used. Its author is Venters W. Whitley. Its idea is based on computer communication review. The cloud opens up challenging governance issues in terms of oversight of the cloud that an enterprise interacts to deliver in a business service. These are some of the characteristics of cloud computing: resource pooling and elasticity, self-serving and on-demand services, pricing, and quality of service. We can also talk about the evolution of cloud computing. In a 1960 address at MIT, John McCarthy suggested that computing, like water and electricity, should be sold as a utility. In 1999, the Salesforce company began releasing software to customers via a user-friendly website. Amazon Web Users, the AWS, was founded in 2002 by Amazon to provide storage and computer services. Around 2009, major corporations such as Google, Microsoft, HP, and Oracle began to offer cloud computing services. This is the evolution of cloud computing over the years. Cloud computing components. Client computers allow end users to communicate with the cloud. Distributed users, the servers are dispersed across many locations yet act as if they are working together. Data centers. A data center is a grouping of servers. You can see the data servers in cloud computing and how it works in this image. Services of cloud computing. There are three services: software as a service, platform as a service, and infrastructure as a service. You can see in this figure, it's cloud computing benefits. The cloud computing is cost cutting. Users of cloud computing must only pay for services they use. Maintenance costs are low because the infrastructure is not purchased by the user. Scalability. Cloud computing offers a lot of flexibility because the rapid scaling up and down of their business operations may necessitate immediate adjustments to hardware and resources. Cloud computing provides us flexibility to manage these variances. Enhanced security, data encryption, tight access restrictions, key management, and security intelligence are all used in cloud computing to guarantee high security. Now I come to my conclusion. In this review study, we briefly discussed the inception, evolution, types, and components of cloud computing, as well as distinct cloud computing methodologies and some of the benefits. The number of applications for cloud computing will continue to grow. Cloud computing is now used by nearly all small and large business manage storage, traffic, and hardware requirements. As a result, it is apparently that cloud computing has a significant impact on society and industry. These are some of the references that I've shown before. Thank you.
Well, thank you for such an amazing and elaborated presentation. The way you are expressing the ideas and the concepts behind it is very nice. I really appreciate, I sincerely appreciate all your efforts that you have put in for the presentation. Thank you again. While we talk about cloud computing, while we talk about different management devices like temperature control, we cannot leave behind our renewable energy sources and the devices based on them. One of such example is solar power monitoring system. To throw light on this topic, I would like to call Mr. Abhay Pardeshi, student of second year BSc IT, Thakur Sham Narayan Degree College.
This call is now being recorded.
Hello everyone, I'm a student of Thakur Sham Narayan Degree College. I am from SYBSc IT. I am here to share my IoT-based research paper on solar power monitoring system. So let me share my PPT. To start with introduction to solar power monitoring system. Nowadays, they applied in every walk of life and automating the civilization activities, enabling the bridge between human to machine and machine to human. Covering or controlling of physical devices at all from deep places. So now solar power monitoring system. It has it has a broader impact on digital and physical bias, machines, objects, humans, and creatures. People are ready to access all the functionalities of systems, automated homes, environmental detectors, and etc. And IoT enabling the machines to act on its own. These machines won't be for performing their function. Example for refrigerators, heaters, coolers, transport, etc. Photovoltaic cells, they are used in when the sunlight falls on it. These cells convert to sunlight directly into electricity. They are connected with solar to electricity or supply electrical power in homes, factories, academics. Flowchart. In this in this system, the Arduino is used as the main board of system. That controls the charging, the operation of electricity system. There are some experimental results for power monitoring system as well. The Dawn approach uses solar power panel boundaries like current, voltage, and temperature as sensor and transfer using Arduino. The PV modules use platform from the sunlight. Uh, PV modules use photons from sunlight and breed power, which is also stored in batteries and forced to homes and services, etc. Results are displayed via on a broad screen as well as mobile operation at which will be components to track, watch, and control. Thank you for giving me an opportunity for express my presenting my research paper, IoT research paper on solar power monitoring system.
Well, thank you for such an amazing and elaborated presentation. The way you are expressing the ideas and the concepts behind it is very nice. I really appreciate, I sincerely appreciate all your efforts that you have put in for the presentation. Thank you again. Pollution is one of the biggest crises the world is facing. To present on such a topic, I would like to call Mr. Hamza Sheikh, student of second year BSc IT, Thakursham Narayan Degree College, to present his work titled as Air Pollution Meter.
This call is now being recorded.
My name is I'm from CIT, and today I'm going to my topic is air pollution meter. So this is the index of what we are going to talk today. Firstly, we'll go through the introduction of air pollution meter, and then we'll move forward to air quality monitoring system, and then proposed method. We'll also learn about the prototype model, and lastly we'll see the results and conclusion. Now the introduction. Respiratory problems are very common among many people due to air pollution and toxic substances of air. In this PPT, we investigate the use of wireless sensors for air pollution monitoring. Chemicals like carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide, nitrogen dioxide, lead are certain air pollutants commonly known as criteria pollutants. Sensor networks are currently an active research area, mainly due to WAPMS, wireless sensor network air pollution monitoring system, to monitor air pollution. It uses wireless sensor number 10. The problem is air pollution method is prototype. In this method, system is monitored with the help of a threshold, which indicates the level of the carbon dioxide or other chemicals in the air. In this technological world, there is a vital role in the industrial sector as well as our household activities. This developed model system uses the sensors to detect gas from a gas level of the environment. The same signals from the sensors are fed into the microcontroller And for each gas, the threshold levels are fixed, and sensed data are stored in the cloud. When the gas level crosses the threshold, the alarm is provided to the person alert deploys. Now the result and conclusion. We learned about the air pollution meter and its benefits to the environment. We also developed and a low cost air quality monitoring system. Here are the references. Thank you.
Well, thank you for such an amazing and elaborated presentation. The way you are expressing the ideas and the concepts behind it is very nice. I really appreciate, I sincerely appreciate all your efforts that you have put in for the presentation. Thank you again. With the advancement in technology, we have witnessed revolutionary changes in smart devices. To present such a topic, I would like to call Mr. Amit Kalal, student of second year BSc IT, Thakur Shyam Narayan Degree College. The paper entitled as Smart Anti-Theft System.
Hi there, my name is Amit Kalal and I am a student from Thakur Shamnaran Degree College. First of all, I thanks everyone for listening my research paper on smart anti-theft systems. Well, nowadays home theft is frequently is a problem for household members. So to prevent that home theft, my research paper is based on smart anti-theft systems. So let's start with my research paper. So here is the presentation I want to present you. So my title is Smart Anti-Theft Systems. To this is the index and I put the points to what will be to smart anti-theft systems. The introduction to anti-theft systems, the literature of survey, advantages and disadvantages, design and experimental setup, methodologies and result analysis, and the last part is conclusion. So let's start with the introductions to smart anti-theft systems. In the area of security, the surveillance and important issues recent of theft have pointed the dire need of efficient videotape surveillance on the short notice of ongoing theft to deal with holders and household members. A number of surveillance solutions are presently available on the request, like CCTV cameras, digital video tapes, reporters that in the recent times the rate of theft has increased highly due to the lack of awareness and low efficiency of smart gadgets. The work is presented as follows. So the original section provides an intro on inheritance systems, potential issues, and their impact on society. So the next subtopic is the literature surveys. So here I pick some references and their author names and their paper titles and most of it the future scope of their concept. So let's start with the first one, Sir Kim. So this Sir Kim's paper title was Intelligent Unmanned Anti-Theft System Using Network Camera, and the concept and future scope of that idea is that a systems has been implemented to track every single intruder. And the second sir, author name is Joe. So paper title was Theft Prevention ATM Model Using Dormant Monitoring for Transactions, and their future scope was research challenges of security and privacy arising due to an increase in products that connect the cyber and physical worlds. And the third is Mr. Lee. Mr. Lee is to the paper title was the Design Forum Security Video Monitoring System, and what it does and the future scope is the research has provided a novel wireless sensing system for surveillance and detection of a human intruder as well as an instant notification of a intrusion to prevent theft. And my third subtitle is third subtitle was advantages. So this is the main question for all of us. So what is the advantages of smart anti-theft system? If you install a monitor alarm system in your home, you and your family have a round the clock the protection against the break-ins. And some security systems also have fire alarms, carbon monoxide detectors, and heat, temperature, water leak sensors included, which provides an additional reassurance. It keeps everything connected for easier overall monitoring instead of having a separate smoke alarm of carbon monoxide detector that you can monitor while you're away. And the constant protection of an alarm system is particularly comforting when you're away home or live with your leave children in your home for any evening. And this with advantages there is also disadvantages. So disadvantages is of smart anti-theft system is the most new alarm systems use Wi-Fi or cellular signals for monitoring, but some systems still use a landline, especially in areas where Wi-Fi and cell signals are spotty. If your alarm system is connected to your security company by phone line only, you can run into problems. A burglar may cut your phone line before entering home, and all monitoring and communication with the alarm company has terminated. It's a good idea to have cellular backup in case your phone line is cut, your landline is down. So, what we understand from disadvantages and advantages is the disadvantages says that most of the people still use landline. I suggest that the people need to changes by their home theft by carrying their home theft systems. So my fourth subtopic is the design and experimental setup. So I picked up a photo, image that can tell you what and how the system can work. So this is the gate crasher activate system. The gate crasher comes, the system activates, it detects the face, it frames the difference, and to record, and that process comes with a record and process video of an intruder, and the owner can see by the devices at home at a special condition of a room. That video can presume video processing module, and in either is mobile devices, and this is the outside where we can control the smart anti-theft system. And the fourth is methodologies and result analysis. According to a rigorous and detailed survey 3 to 40, we have identified that to a date no possible solution which can detect intruders. Yeah, it's theory based, and we can, most of all the humans can detect. And furthermore, it had been also identified the most reason why similar methodologies have not been introduced within the market: complexity, efficiency, accuracy. Thus, the time duration requires to develop technical. To overcome to below challenges, we have proposed a hunt methodology that aims to turn the implement fabric air for furnishing a house member with an immediate announcement. And this is the image that we can see in here. So we can, how we put the sensors, how we put the cameras, how we put the traps, how we detect the intruder, how the projection area can show you. This is the data structure. Let's start with the data structure user interface. The medication sensor, the detection intruder, the projection area, the proximity sensor, variable sensor, trip sensor, uplink, pressure sensor. There are so many sensors in your house that we can detect by smart anti-theft system. And let's start and the final part with conclusion. The research paper present an innovative system to smart home theft system by furnishing robotic announcement of ongoing intrusions. The exploration has enfolded a fully unique wireless seeing system for the surveillance and discovery of a person meddler, also an instant announcement of an intrusion to stop theft. It eliminates applications of DVR for recording, also because the use of huge quantities of memories and storehouse. So I picked up some reference. The before I show you, these are the references and their titles. The three I picked up three references, and for smart anti systems, and it is very helpful for me to explain you what is smart anti systems. So thank you everyone for listening my research paper on smart anti systems.
Well, thank you for such an amazing and elaborated presentation. The way you are expressing the ideas and the concepts behind it is very nice. I really appreciate, I sincerely appreciate all your efforts that you have put in for the presentation. Thank you again. Going ahead with the proceedings, now I would like to call Mr. Ritesh Jaiswal, student of second year BSc IT, Thakur Shyam Narayan Degree College, to present his work entitled as Server Room Temperature Monitoring.
Hello, I'm Ritesh Jaiswal from Thakur Shamnaran Degree College. Today I'm going to present my IoT project based on server room temperature monitoring system. Monitoring temperature and humidity for server room is an IoT based project that gives data while controlling temperature and humidity in the server room. The prototype has a variety of sensors that detect all the temperature and humidity factors that can be measured This approach can be used to keep the track of the room's or location's temperature and humidity. Monitoring temperature and humidity for the server room is an IoT-based system that gives data while controlling temperature and humidity in the server room. The prototype has a variety of sensors that detect all the temperature and humidity factors that can be measured. This approach can be used to keep the track of the room's or location's temperature and the humidity. The user can set the room temperature remotely by sending an order through the Telegram application based on the notification. So these are the things I'm gonna contain in this PPT presentation, which is introduction to the sovereign temperature monitoring system, literature survey, its necessity, the methods which are used, some results, and its future scope. So monitoring temperature in the server room can make a difference when companies are trying to both save money and reduce their carbon footprints in long term. Temperature sensors placed at strategic locations around the server and can help provide data center managers with real-time information about how hot, cold, or humid the facility is. With this data, IT staff will know whether to adjust control mechanism, potentially eliminating hotspots and preventing the costly server room fires. This is how a server room looks like. These are some references I take for my project paper. The first one is from R. Rahim, which he made in 2018, and his title is Humidity and Temperature Prototype for Education with Internet of Things. The concept he used is applied mathematics, and he used for future his future scopes are possibly to be carried out such as being connected to the air conditioner and triggering the automatic temperature setting. The second one is from S. Pallavi, which she made in 2017. Her title was Internet of Things, Architecture, Protocols, and Applications. She used the concept and ideas from electrical and computer engineering. Uh, she used to eliminate the system can also regulate the humidity in the server room and use one of the tools as sensors and actuators. The last one is from P. Nakade, which he made in 2015. His title is Physical Condition Monitoring in Server Room Internet of Things. He used the concept ideas based on electrical and electronic research. His system is effectively monitoring and dynamically controlling the commands via applications and through the web server applicants. The necessity, the necessity of the temperature management in the server room is when the companies invest their data center monitoring technologies, it can make a difference in the long run for both energy efficiency and cost saving. Our humidity and temperature monitoring system come with built-in alerts so that IT staff members know when to modify equipments. In this way, via alerts and tweaks of cooling systems, server rooms temperature can be easily managed and data centers can achieve maximum efficiency. So this is how a system block diagram looks like. The two servers is the two big blocks. The ceiling is used to accumulate the hot air and pumping the cold air through the floors. The methods used are the main focus of the method of this paper is to automation of the data acquisition. The data acquisition is accomplished using MATLAB simply through a programming rather than the toolbox or Simulink, making it more user friendly and cost effective methods of obtaining real time data acquisition. The automation, on the other hand, is achieved or by interfacing the DC motors and LM35, which is a temperature sensor, with Arduino using Arduino Uno and MATLAB. So this is how the block diagram of the server room temperature management system looks like, and some systems used in its management system. The RTU is connected to all the equipments. The equipments are smoke detector, temperature and humidity sensor, door sensor for knowing the opening and closing of the door, which can affect in some temperature. the floor water sensors, and interior moisture sensor. The result of this is a real-time graph of the temperature sensor was obtained in this study. Temperature is plotted against the time in the graph. The temperature is measured in Celsius on the y-axis, and the time is measured in milliseconds on the x-axis. We can now determine whether the sensor is working properly or not by using the real-time data obtained from the graph. We can manage and adjust the temperature of the server room as per the requirements to maintain the smooth working of the servers. The future scope is despite the real-time graph of the temperature sensor obtained in this study, temperature is plotted versus time in the graph. The y-axis represents temperature in Celsius, while the x-axis represents time in milliseconds. We can now determine whether the sensor is functioning properly or not by using the real-time data obtained from the graph. These are some references, and here we end our presentations. Thank you.
Well, thank you for such an amazing and elaborated presentation. The way you are expressing the ideas and the concepts behind it is very nice. I really appreciate, I sincerely appreciate all your efforts that you have put in for the presentation. Thank you again.
Thank you so much, Anam ma'am, for guiding us till here. So now I, Kishan Singh, will help you with the rest of the presentations. So now the first paper is presented by author Batul Kapdawala and Aishwarya Sedamkar. And the title of this paper is LED lighting. And it will be presented by Batul Kapdawala.
Hello everyone, my name is Batul Onali Kaprawala, currently studying in Thakur Sham Nayan Degree College, Department of SYBSCIT. I'm really grateful that I got an opportunity to represent myself in front of you all. I've made a PPT to make you understand about my IoT research-based paper on LED lightnings. So, what are basically LED lightnings? LED stands for light emitting diodes. The product produces light up to 90% more efficiently than dazzling light bulbs. As we know, due to the swift expansion of LED technology, the standard LED route lights like infralights and fluorescent lights are getting replaced by LED lights due to the energy saving process. It offers benefits such as small size, long lamp life, low heat output, energy saving, and durability. Continuing to the literature review, I have taken some reviews of three research papers. Journal study for using LED to replace traditional lighting device. KWE Sheng, the paper was published in 2006. The concept was enabling mass market journal lighting applications. The second paper was Role of Electronic in Conservation of Electricity using LED in Daily Usage. The author was Divya Bansal Vijay Lakshmi Kalyani. The paper was published in 2017. The concept was xenon energy saving discharging lamps. Digital billboards and road safety. K. Domke, K. Vanderswang, M. Zalansi, S. Mukozuksa, and P. Sikarzik. The paper was published in 2011. The concept and the idea was it posed no safety risk to passing motorists. Now, when we talk about LED, design flexibility is the one of the most main concept. Many more homeowners are discovering the advantage of using LED fixtures for their lighting options. Why do you do it? You can easily customize your light fixtures by using innovative and unique art design. These LED lights offer bright, clean lights with exceptional values and energy efficiency. All LED fixtures are made using their high quality products such as extrusions, fitting, cover, and other accessories. Another popular types of LED fixture is wall or ceiling screws. Now, what are basically digital billboards or LED billboards? Digital billboards are made up of light emitting diodes. LED advertising screen presents unique video concept opportunity in that you can display specific content at designated time. Biggest advantage of LED advertising is its attention grabbing capabilities, perfect for any event, any carnivals, any college event, etc. With the LED billboards, it's possible to broadcast innumerous content for 24 hours. Digital billboard requires low maintenance and are high resistance to damage. When we talk about LED, what are the future scope of it? Research say that LED will make more life more beneficial and maintainable. Human-centric LED lighting works with the people occupying the space to make the formative, effective environment for them. Now, Li-Fi is that then continuing to the upgradation. Li-Fi is the upgrade version of Wi-Fi internet connectivity, using light instead of radio waves, with the capability to transfer data and accelerate at least 100 times faster. Then, moving forward, what are the conclusions? As exploration continues, LED continues to ameliorate and be used in new operations. With this news of operations, there has been a serious shift towards. It's revealing to note that not all retail products will have a good energy quality. Its norms are applied and checked. If you are using or if you are buying any LED products, they give you 2-year warranty. If your bulbs or your tube lights or anything got damaged, you can replace them. LED give you a chance. The energy program demonstrated to reduce consumption and structure via new technologies should carry the operation of Pukka products, whether icing that the information generated by energy planning by grades will achieve the anticipated results. These are some reference I took for my research paper. I would love if you give a look to it. I hope that my research paper was at least was informative, and thank you.
Thank you so much, Batul, for such an informative presentation. So